Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, and today we're going to take a look at Dredd in this retro review. Okay, so if you haven't seen this movie, oh my god, you need to see this movie. So this, of course, is not the Judge Dredd movie with Sylvester Stallone. That movie sucks so bad. Dredd is one of my favorite characters. If you don't know, it actually goes back to Fleetway Comics, and they were looking at when Star Wars was going to be coming out in 1977. They decided to put a science fiction comic book together, and that was 2000 AD. And Judge Dredd was one of those main characters. It was amazing. So if you can do me a favor, go down and hit the like and subscribe down at the bottom. That helps the channel a lot. And if there's some retro review movies that you would like to see me talk about, put it down in the comments. So in the comics, so much was established back then as the basic lore. So his iconic helmet, his Lawmaster, which is big bike that he rides, and of course, the number one thing was his weapon, the Lawgiver. Awesome stuff. Now, one of the things that I absolutely loved was they faithfully brought these things over from the comics into the film. The only major change, I would say major change that they did, was actually his uniform. So a little bit of a nod, tiny nod, to the old film Judge Dredd with Stallone. That's how his uniform kind of was portrayed in the comics. But this one, they wanted to have a more gritty, more realistic, grounded feel. So they made his uniform more tactical. It looks more practical and very, very grounded in reality. So Dredd is played by Karl Urban, who does a magnificent job. And just like in the comics, he never takes his helmet off. So you really just see just his chin, just this part right here, and what he does with the material and how he expresses himself with just the way he holds his chin and grunts and growls when he talks is perfection. So the film is set in this post-apocalyptic wasteland, Mega City 1. And Dredd, his job is to take out the rookie judge, Anderson, that's played by Olivia Thirlby, who does a magnificent job. She has a wonderful range in this film, and there's a lot that goes on, and I think she does a great job in it. But basically, the whole movie is about her pass-fail evaluation of whether she's got what it takes to become a judge or not. So they are called to this 200-story apartment complex to investigate 3 murders that just happened in public. And all hell breaks loose. Magnificently, all hell breaks loose. So that hell is unleashed by Mama, who is played absolutely amazingly by Lena Headey. And she basically heartlessly does anything that she wants, anything that she can to keep her position as the drug lord. And she is spectacular. She's creepy. They give enough of a backstory that you're like, she's whacked, and you understand her position as grotesque as it is. So, one of the plot points of this drug situation with Mama is that they have developed and they are distributing slow-mo, which is basically a drug that you inhale and it makes you feel like life is in slow motion. And they had some development of some camera stuff that they did things, they filmed things that were just unbelievably beautiful. And even some of the things are the most grotesque things. Guys getting shot in the face, guys getting shot through their stomach, and blasts that ripple their bodies. And it doesn't make any difference. You can't take your eyes off the screen because the slow motion and some of the sparkling effects that they put in there make it beautiful, even though you're watching something completely crazy and completely grotesque. Okay, so what's my final score on this one? I would say that if I was going to stand back and judge it, I would say it's an 80, 85. But I'm biased, I'm giving it 100. 100, why? Because you should see this film. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. If you have seen it, see it again, because it is that awesome. Top to bottom, directing, the story, the plot, the focus, the acting, top to bottom, again, is spectacular. And visually and sound design, you just don't get much better than this. Those slow motion sequences are so engaging, and you watch things and you see, and you even know sometimes one of the most horrific things is about to happen to a person, and you can't take your eyes off the screen. That's awesome. That's engaging. That draws you in, and you're just like, oh, but it's just great. All right, buddy, that wraps it up for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and we'll catch you in the next one.